Hey y'all.
Tell me that you lying.
Because they didn't tell me I was lying either. Share sick fruit.
This what irritates my skin though.
What are you doing?
She got secret friends.
Cool.
Oh, there it is.
That's done on purpose. Hey y'all, come on in. Hey Keela.
She said she did in spirit.
We miss you. Y'all had me buy all this chicken. Demetria ain't ate.
Chicken, man.
Dre,
Get
you
some.
get some chicken and sit down, Dre.
Tell her to get a piece. I might get a piece, but I have to tell you. What you got with the kids later though? Rodriguez.
Yes, we're live and local.
Oh, you so funny.
We're live and local.
Reporting live from Dre. I was. What you saying? Oh, Jesus.
Hey y'all, we just we're sorry we're starting so late. We just been being silly, catching up on some stuff.
We've been having good conversations before we start, y'all.
Yeah, and we're getting ready for we got somebody in the audience that got a good topic about being over sexual that we can do for the month of February. That was an interesting conversation, so we'll finish that in February. But tonight we're gonna talk about self-love and boundaries. But before we start, I want everybody to stay relevant. I want to get everybody's opinion on what they thought about last week's Capitol events. So let's start with our audience. Dre, what do you think about the U.S. Capitol? What happened last week?
No comment. Look, I don't know.
That's how I feel too. It's like no comment.
I'm upset about it because if it had been a black person, we wouldn't have touched the wall before we got shot. It would have been red dots everywhere.
I mean, I feel like that's true, but we already know how they operate.
It's
so,
sad.
so yeah, it's sad, but it's like.
And then the people that did get hurt, like one lady, she got punched in the face by a security guard, and the security officer has a assault case. And I'm like, but how? So it's like, why are we still double standard? Because if it was the other way around, it would have been just, oh well, they should have been doing that. And so that's my thing with it, is that when they do something, it's like, oh well, okay, go ahead, just pick it up in the bag, give you a little fine, and that's it.
No, but
They gonna put us damn under the jail.
no.
You think we would have been sitting in the chair with our feet on the desk?
Sometimes do you think? Nah, I might as well not go that deep.
Oh, let's go.
I try not to say a lot of things as a business owner because a lot of things can affect your business, but I just stay neutral in all conversations, and the way I feel about a lot of stuff, I just don't say, because like I can't say, oh, I'm put out black power stuff in here and I got white customers. You get what I'm saying? So I try to stay neutral.
And it's not all of them.
Yeah.
Too. So I definitely get that. One of the things that I hate talking about, honestly, is politics and religion, because you have other religions that shop with you as well, and people that believe different, but that doesn't mean just because you don't believe the same thing they believe in that y'all can't agree on other stuff.
True.
So, what do you think, Demetria?
Oh, very ghetto.
Very good. Would not recommend
recommend
at all. So
From the voice from the back, this is all I'm saying is, first of all, you gotta realize who we dealing with and how it always been. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
how I feel.
and history definitely repeats.
So ain't no
Yep.
need to whine about it, cause we know what the score is.
We know what was gonna happen. That's how I feel too.
You
Like,
already know what the score is. You go outside and cuss too loud, you gonna get shot in front of the police. So man, we're gonna have you run over and carry. We ain't that stupid neither. I'm just
I got a
saying.
question.
I hope you got more
Hey
conversation.
Iris. Hey Chris. What's your question?
It has nothing to do with the event with the Capitol.
Okay.
But I've been seeing a lot on Facebook about Lori. And it's her name.
Lord Harvey.
Oh, I think she doing what men do.
She's young. No, she's young and she's fucking smart.
Mm-hmm. And she just.
I don't care what nobody say. They say, "Oh, bitch is in her amen corner." No, she's young. If you put it like this, if y'all ask you to do it, y'all will be doing it too.
Mm-hmm. She finding her one, and if that means she gotta talk
She
to
just
this
doing it
one,
in
this one.
public.
What she doing?
But she ain't hiding it.
She
No.
not.
She
She's
just
just
and I don't think
being
she
herself.
Celebrities.
I don't think she
What?
gotta hide
Dating
because
a
I
lot of
think
different
typically
celebrities.
Oh.
people do date around before they actually find the one. She open with it, so I think that's okay.
Openly being a hoe. I'm just asking.
That does not mean she's a hoe.
What? That was sound like.
If it don't work out with another
But these
person,
women out here sleeping with men and ain't getting nothing from it. At least she's securing the bag. I mean, hey,
she dealing with people that's relevant.
she dealing with people that's got stuff to lose.
So it's okay to
Some
be a
women
hoe.
out here jump around and they messing with niggas that ain't got nothing to lose.
And I haven't heard any of the men say anything bad about her.
No.
Oh, she's a hoe.
That says a lot.
I'm talking about hoes.
People do talk about hoes.
I don't know when they bad hoes. I'm just saying, good hoes. People.
Okay, what's a bad hoe? To
Yeah,
good
what's
hoe?
a bad hoe and a good hoe?
Well, a bad hoe is what? Somebody around STDs and you know.
No, that's a nasty hoe.
That's a nasty
hoe.
I'm just saying that's bad.
That's a nasty hoe, not a bad hoe. That's a
What's the
nasty
difference?
hoe. Okay,
Somebody
so
just
what's a
come in
good
and
hoe?
said she for the streets. I mean, hey, but if it's securing her bag though.
No, but, I mean, you gonna demean yourself to get a bag?
I mean, no.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything, baby, because you don't know my background. So obviously, yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic right there.
I mean, you gonna demean yourself just to get a bag? You ain't gonna be happy about that money.
She's not jumping quickly though.
Mm.
I mean, hey, at least she spent a year.
If she just find out it don't work. Everything ain't meant to be.
So
I mean, they
okay,
said
you
the
get a
same
gigolo?
thing about Ari.
I can be a gigolo.
If you want some shit.
That's what you want for
That
yourself.
ain't good. That's good. Be a gigolo.
I mean,
What is that?
half of men do that anyway.
Do they? Oh,
Married men. Dating
nah, they
people.
be paying.
Okay, so what's the difference if
They
they
tricks.
paying?
They tricks. A gigolo get paid. I'm just saying, that's the difference between a trick and a gigolo. The
Okay.
gigolo get paid. The tricks pay. For real. I'm gigolos, no lie, though. No,
That was in my brain.
Okay. Demetria, what's your thoughts on Lori Harvey?
Oh, very good. I do not recommend. Me only saying this, y'all. I only say this because she dated Trey Songz. Y'all know I don't like that.
Besides Trey Songz, Demetria.
I don't fuck with him.
So you think what
Just plain.
you think what she doing wrong?
No, I mean, she's just living her life. Me personally, I wouldn't have been public with it. Like, I wouldn't be open with it. That's just me personally.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have. And by her being young and a public figure, like, I mean, you're open in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kind of like watch what you do.
Do y'all think it's daddy issues?
I think she black.
You think it's daddy
I'm
issues?
asking.
Is
Do
she
you
black?
think it's daddy
She
issues?
brown skin.
No.
It's Steve Harvey's daughter, right?
Because
Or
some
Lori,
people-
his wife's daughter.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But do you think that, nowadays people always go back and blame it on daddy issues, that women can't find the right man or they go from man to man because they have daddy issues?
I feel like that's an excuse.
It's a freaking
to a
excuse.
certain
That girl have a
extent.
motive behind what she's doing.
Yeah.
We might not see why or what she's doing, but that girl got a motive behind what she's doing.
Money.
Mm-hmm.
It's the motivation, ain't it?
She has a reason to be doing that. And maybe money is. But hey, if I can work my way and stack my money like she probably doing, I do the shit too.
Cause she definitely gets some out
She
of it.
gets some out of it.
It's okay to be out.
If you mess with a man and you leave him with, and you don't have anything, you crazy.
Why is you crazy?
I don't care.
If you ain't come in,
I don't come in here buy me no Louis bags, no red bottoms. You finna buy me something that I can keep.
But look,
You can buy me
see
diamonds.
that's daddy issues. Cause that's what your daddy do.
Oh,
But if that's what your
Well,
daddy,
girl.
if that's what your daddy do, then that's what you expect somebody
and so
else
if
to
my
do.
daddy doing it and you can't do it, we got a problem.
How?
We got a problem.
I'm not your
First of all,
daddy.
hold up. Let me stop that right here. Let me say this, because that's my old mind thinking. If I can do that shit for myself, your ass better do it times 3. Times 3. If I can do it for myself, you better do it times 3.
How?
Well, I'm convinced that Dre ain't doing shit for nobody. Nothing. I think that's his attitude.
That's just your opinion, though.
Roger said bad hoes.
Okay, Akila, I feel you. Once you do, okay.
Good hoes do work inside.
When
Hoes. See, that's the key word. Hoes.
Akila
What
said
about
when you
women?
date a dude with money, you'll never go back to a broke man. Let me see.
What about women? Anybody talking about hoes?
I tried that shit, Akila. Like, my past relationships was, I didn't want for anything. Then I got in this one relationship, and that motherfucker said something about wait and see. Nigga, ain't nobody ever told me to wait and see nothing. So you ain't finna do this shit. So y'all know what I did? I didn't even break up with his ass. I looked at him totally different, and I just made sure everything I asked him for that he didn't get, I got it for myself. So it's like that, like, oh.
In my life, okay, since y'all want me to talk. In my life.
Chew your chicken up, baby.
Yeah.
Somebody said your man isn't your daddy.
Huh?
Somebody said your man isn't your daddy.
He isn't. Cause listen, when you into a real relationship, okay, young ladies, women, it's about partnership. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 50-50 love. So it ain't all about what I can do for you or what you can do for me. So I'm saying it's what we do for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, when I got a ring on my finger.
Now, that's in a relationship period. If you like that before the ring, you're gonna be 2 times that with the ring. He gonna really be asked out. If you like that before that ring, whatever you do when you get that ring, it's gonna times that. So if he had to do something then for real, he gonna really have to do. Now you gonna want a house, a car, and a boat. See what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I just say come with your own shit.
Come with your own shit.
Come with your own shit.
All I'm saying
And whatever
is,
he adds
it's a
to
partnership.
it, and y'all get together, then that's fine.
We can share.
But come with your own shit.
It ain't who doing who what for who. It's about us taking care of each other.
You should take care of each other.
That's
I mean, I totally agree with, it's 50-50, but I'm saying from her perspective.
You got to be able to take no too, Nisha.
Take no?
You got to be able to.
God don't never tell me no, so why the hell y'all
How
ain't
God
shit?
ain't telling you no. God ain't talking to you.
He never told me no.
God ain't never talking to you.
He never told
God
me
ain't
no.
never talking to you.
Everything I
Talk to
hit,
her.
when I hit my knees and pray, anything I ever pray for, I can't tell you I ain't never got it.
I ain't-
If I said I want this nigga so bad and God gave it to me, he probably the worst motherfucker ever. That's my ass for praying
Well,
for.
how you know that wasn't God?
But
I mean, how you know that was God?
Dre, now you want to get into religion. We're
I'm not getting into religion. I'm saying something just
But
crazy. Because God don't physically talk to you.
no, he showed
He
you.
doesn't.
So he never
God
tells me
talking
no.
to you through signs
He never tells me
and
no.
people. You know what I'm
So
saying?
why?
That's what I'm
Why?
saying.
Technically, God does talk to you through the Holy Spirit.
God also talk to you through your heart.
Through
Yeah.
your heart.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah.
not instilling in your ear telling you, okay, this is what's going on.
I mean, but then
You gotta be able to look at the
But
signs.
some
if you
stuff
see
is
signs, that's God
Some
talking
stuff
to you.
you
Yeah.
pray for God,
But you
and
gotta
you
be
know
able-
it's bad for you, but He gonna let you have it.
Somebody
anyway, so
said
you-
you should have a whole meal when you come to the table. I mean, yeah, I got a lot to bring to the
Yeah.
table, but hell, you
I agree,
finna
Mom.
dump your shit out on the table too. So hey, that's what I'm saying. If I'm setting this table, motherfucker, you
Right.
finna set it times two.
See, you
If
know what
I'm
I'm saying?
setting this table, you finna set it times
Akila said
two.
we off the topic. Okay, Akila, you want to hear about self-love and boundaries? Okay, we just
That's about self-love. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, if you love yourself, and can y'all follow me? If you love yourself, you don't worry about what people do. See what I'm saying? For you. Because what you are looking for, what's the word?
you everything you need to be.
Yeah, you are looking for validation. When you look for gifts, you're looking for something outside of yourself. When you love yourself, you don't need that. So I'm saying, when you find that one that love you back, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be all you need. You're not gonna need those gifts. Your mind won't even be on
So you
it.
mean to tell me I can go and say Alabama Power? Here go my love. Here go my heart.
That ain't
The
what I
fuck?
said.
Hell no.
That is not what I said.
I'm just saying.
That is not what I said.
You don't be looking for all this.
Yeah, don't
I'm
be
just
looking for that.
saying- No, I'm just being like, let me tell you, this is how I feel about the whole situation. And no, I'm married. I don't look for people to give me anything. I'm just talking, y'all, because I got my own shit. But what I'm saying is, from back in the day when I was younger, you couldn't talk to me if you wouldn't. I mean, you had to be, listen, you know what they used to say about me? Oh, he must got money if Nisha fucking with him.
Yeah.
Because I'm not finna talk to nobody that can't help themselves. You get what I'm saying? I can't hold you down without going down with your ass. So if I got $4 and you want a $1 cheeseburger and I want one now, I only got $2.
Well, you saying man with money.
But now you really don't
Oh,
get
wait,
that
wait.
because of taxes.
Let me
You
jump
don't
in there.
got $2
Hold on.
left.
You
got
said-
about
you said a man with money, right?
25 cents left when you get finished.
You said a man with money. What about a man with average money? What if he ain't got all that to splurge?
Oh, I ain't say that I ain't say he had to be a
So,
baller.
Keela, that's Dre. You done met Dre before.
I didn't say he
I'm
had
just
to be
asking.
a baller.
What if he ain't got the money to do all that? He got enough to stay afloat. So I'm saying.
I mean, that's fine. I didn't say you have to be a baller.
You just have to bring something to the table.
You got to bring something
That's
to the
pretty much what
table.
you're saying. You got to bring
I
something
mean,
to the table.
I hope you won't mess with no low down nothing ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But let me tell you something. If
I hope not.
I keep pulling up at Church's Chicken and you ain't trying to pay for the meal, I'm gonna be mad.
Because she needs her church chicken and
'Cause
her
I'ma pay for
peppers and her okra.
Cause I'm gonna pay for your Church's Chicken if you want to go there with me. And look, I'm so simple. You ain't got to take me to what them fancy Perry's and all that shit. You can take me to Church's
But I like
Chicken.
Perry's.
I'm one of them type of chicken.
Can I get
But-
some fried asparagus and a hasty margarita and dessert? And I want to go on Friday doing lunch. But no, I eat hot dogs and stuff too.
Yeah, so I eat simple stuff and I do simple stuff. Like,
What would you be like? We ain't gonna eat out today. Let's eat at the house.
I'd be happy if you gonna cook that shit.
Oh.
But Nisha got a husband that's gonna teach her how to cook. But we are off topic, so let's really be. So I do like what you said about validation. When you do have validation within yourself, that you know that is self-love, because that is a part of self-love. So we do have to redirect our energy towards ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we do overplay our part in with people, and that's with family, friends, relationships, all that. And sometimes you have to cut their ass off or learn to tell them no. So I'm learning to say no. No, hell no. I don't want to be bothered. Why? Because I don't want to.
Akiva said, because God knows Nisha don't need to be cooking nothing.
Dang.
Y'all keep doing my friend.
First of all,
She
check
can-
out my
she
YouTube
can
channel. I'm
grill.
gonna show y'all how to cook.
She can grill real good.
Cook what? Chicken, ribs, steak. What y'all want?
Katie said he did not like that steak last time, and he definitely didn't eat that broccoli.
Yeah.
It was the cooking happening.
I already told y'all.
Kaylee, he don't eat too much though.
He don't eat
Yeah.
Katie said no.
But he don't eat what I cook though. But it's cool. It's cool. Akila,
Right.
you got me that time. I'm gonna make sure I make a cookie pie for you.
A cookie pie.
A cookie pie.
Katie said this ain't no cookie, this look like pie.
So do y'all think just because a person looks for validation within other people, do you think that's low self-esteem or something from their childhood that they don't have self-love, or they was just never taught how to care for themselves and love themselves?
I think it's low self-esteem.
It's definitely low self-esteem if you have to look for validation.
Well,
Because plenty of times I put stuff on, my mama be like, "Oh hell no, where you going?" I'm just gonna keep that shit on. 'Cause I don't need you to
Just 'cause
tell
she
me I
don't
look
like it.
good, you know. So like some people be like, "Oh, I look bad in this," and they don't want it. So I really think it's low self-esteem, and low self-esteem leads to a lot of shit. Anger,
Bitterness.
bitterness, jealousy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate sitting around people that are inwardly
The white
jealous,
girl.
like they.
the white girl.
Dre! No names! No
I ain't saying
descriptions.
no name.
Nothing we don't.
No names, no
Want
descriptions.
Oh, Vanessa, you up here talking about you don't want my cooking, Vanessa? I'm gonna cook you
It's still on your
some neck
cooking.
bones and noodles.
It's
They
still on the
probably-
cooking.
Dre threw me off, but
Yeah.
inward jealousy is a bad thing because people will watch you and watch what you do and then be hating on you from the corner right
From a
next to
distance.
you or whatever. So you have to be mindful of people around you.
Mhm.
That's why sometimes-
Boundaries.
Yeah, that's why you gotta create boundaries, because sometimes we feel sorry for people, and then we overplay that part or whatever. We let them in when we shouldn't have, and that's a whole part of like you gotta separate and you gotta know. Like I always tell people, like God gives you wisdom too. Like
Especially when you knew in the beginning they weren't a part of your caliber, but you still just let them in anyway.
Anyway. But it's okay to be a giver and give to people, but at some point in time, you have to learn to give back to yourself. Like have a self-care day, do something that makes you happy. Like go sleep. Like one thing about me, I don't mind taking myself to dinner. And I was sending Nisha. What night that was? Saturday. I'm sending Nisha pictures.
It was Saturday night.
I'm at the Mexican restaurant enjoying
By yourself?
Yes.
How often do you do that?
I try to do it like once a month.
I want to try to do that.
It's so
I
fun.
don't think-
I'm
Everybody
sending
check it
her
out.
Arnett pictures. I'm having the time of my life just drinking by myself.
I-
Like at first I want
Can I ask that?
drive me home.
Can I ask that, Miss Coco?
Yeah, go ahead.
What you was saying about what you guys just said a minute ago?
No shit, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm this motherfucking
What part?
mouth.
About
What? You were talking about the self-esteem. Oh, you were saying about giving.
yeah.
Yeah, when you get the giving, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. If you're not receiving in the same context of you
It gotta be a
giving,
give take
see what I'm saying?
situation. Yeah.
If you always giving and never getting that back, especially if it's not, you know what I'm saying, of the same caliber, you know what I'm saying, you are actually being used. See, in these days, people think being used is a good thing. But
It's
not.
gotta be something that you're
But
willing
can
to
when you-
want to be acceptable, consider acceptable.
So let me say this real quick. It gets deeper than that. We all sitting around each other, right?
Mhm.
I might have $0. You
Mhm.
might have $100. You might got $1 million. You might got $500,000.
Mhm.
And you all are giving me money.
Mhm.
So just because I'm not giving you all money back, I may be giving you all knowledge. So I'm saying this to say,
Well, there gotta be
it got
something
to
that's-
be something. If I'm sitting around, if in my circle, we have to be giving each other something.
Yeah.
Like we giving and returning something. If it's knowledge about this, I don't like a one street person. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to school you, but at the same time, like you're not receiving it.
And you got nothing to give back.
And you don't have nothing to give back. Because if I'm sitting up here and they know how loony my brain is. So if I'm sitting up here and I'm doing something.
They know too.
And I'm doing something. Vanessa knows she put me together all the time. Like I'll be like, and Coco be like, hey, we gotta get this done. Or Demetria be like, what you doing? We all helping each other in some type of way. So if you're around a group of people and they're not even telling you your shoes tied wrong, like you need to let them go, because it's a two-way street at the end of the day.
Always.
Yeah.
Not
You gotta
in
be
this
doing
relationship.
something, because everybody won't have
Everything is a relationship now.
To
or
give.
whatever. But
Remember
what
that.
about support? What other areas can you help me in so what we all can make it
We
or
all
whatever? Because
Turn
that's
up.
pretty much what we do.
Everything is a
because
relationship.
You know this, I know this.
Just
so
not
let's put our
personal.
brains together and kind of get on the same railroad track, basically.
Yeah,
And so-
friendships.
Yeah.
I'm just saying everything. Business, relationship, everything is like a relationship. And the relationship has to be
And it
balanced.
is.
It gotta have a balance to it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
in some instances, one is gonna be stronger than another.
Yeah.
So you just gotta balance that out and see what everybody has to offer in order to get it moving.
Mhm.
But everybody on that page gotta be ready to move.
And if it's an imbalance, that's when things
You
get
gotta keep their ass off the
shady.
chain.
Yeah, that's what happened to white girl.
Mm.
So that was an imbalance.
What happened?
I'm just
Moving
saying.
on.
It was an imbalance. When is an imbalance? Am I wrong?
It was the imbalance.
Exactly. Huh? I know it.
No.
Yeah, lock him in the closet.
Man, y'all had me to speak, man.
So I do think that sometimes people don't have peace within themselves, which also causes people not to have self-love Now recently what I did, or whatever, I made myself an affirmation mirror, and I was gonna put vinyl on it, but what I did was I wrote on it. So even like I can change those words because in certain periods, everybody had a downtime. So when I need to change those words and make them more powerful, so I can remind myself to love myself more, I can change those words. So that's something good. So I like to take myself out to dinner or whatever. Do online shopping is always good. But you have to do
That's
something.
self-love when you online shop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, my mom.
Because like for me too, like I'm always buying and giving somebody else something. So I honestly used to find myself loaning people money or whatever. They be around here with their hair nails did, and they be like,
Bitch, what
I
money?
loaned her some damn money, and I'm looking at it like, you can't neglect yourself, especially if you got it.
That's a toxic relationship.
That is a toxic relationship.
That's what
because
that is.
people will learn that you neglect yourself, but if they ask you for something, you gonna give it to them or whatever. And I had to sit down and realize, like, hold on.
It's a toxic relationship.
Fly
You know what she just
and
said?
I done gave her,
Oh, you
I done
should be
gave
a
them and let them loan them the money. Like, you have to catch yourself when you in friendships and relationships like this.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just text me and
Hey,
said,
Sharon.
get on the phone. He get on my nerves. I'm sorry.
What you about to say?
I'm sorry.
I was just asking if she needed, I guess not.
Huh?
You ain't what I'm saying.
Dre be throwing me off.
Dre be throwing me. Dre the one of the reasons I had to pick the phone up. Dre be throwing me. Don't say nothing else. Just wait.
What's
not
some of your
texting you.
self-care or what things you like to do for your self-love?
Ooh, y'all gonna be mad when I tell y'all. I like to go to sleep. Like
That's a good self-love technique. That is.
I mean, knowing when your body
That
needs
is.
rest though.
so it's like shh.
That's a good technique.
Yes, I like to go to. Or listen, let me tell y'all what I do because I can't wait till tonight. I feel the tube, light my candles, and just. Somebody to call me and I told them I was relaxing in the tub, head back. They said don't be with me now. And y'all,
Don't be in there with no drug.
They told me you gonna drown in there falling asleep, and I was dozing. Thank you, they called me. But it's like it brings everything out of me. It's just relaxation when I'm just able to like just chill in the tub, go lay down. Like sleep is like my peace. But they told me it was unhealthy at the doctor.
You sleep too much.
Yeah, they told me I sleep too much, and
Oh,
they
you
said
do?
it cause
As
aneurysm.
who ain't rich?
I don't know that.
That's what they told
But
me.
your blood be low. Your blood pressure be low.
Yeah.
It gotta be the blood pressure low or something.
Okay. What's your self-love?
How many hours you sleeping? I'm just wondering, like, how many hours does that take?
Well, I started my affirmations. If you guys follow me on Snapchat or Facebook, y'all know I post something with a picture and something uplifting every day. So that's something that I have started. I just found out that shopping is a self-care thing.
Yeah, I think that's a self-care.
No. Shopping is a habit. Go ahead.
No, shopping can be a self-care thing because
I'm not gonna lie, I feel good about myself when I buy something. Like
I feel like I work hard for it.
I feel refreshed.
So I feel like that's something that's me rewarding myself.
It's a habit.
But yeah, I guess if going to get my nails done
I always
every
like
2
shopping.
weeks, or like going to get a wax every 3 weeks, it's just something
Now
that I
that's
can
some
have for
self-love.
myself.
I want to get away.
And sometimes time is making time for yourself. So
How? Tell me how to make time.
it's hard. I'm not the person to ask. Like on days that I can go get my hair did and get my nails and feet did on the same day, that's an accomplishment for me because I don't always make that time because it's always I gotta do this, I gotta make drinks, I gotta go to work, I gotta work from home, I gotta do this, and sometimes I don't make time for myself. So that is a part of that should be a part of your self love is making time for yourself.
Well, okay, so I know like me and my friend, hi Keela, we're always busy, right?
Hi Keela, how are you? We miss you tonight.
We're literally always busy, But I feel like when we're doing it together or we have something to do, like it's like it's refreshing because we always end up having fun doing something. Whether it's me helping her make t-shirts, us discussing our business or something like that. So I don't know if that's considered like self-love, self-care, but I mean, it ended up becoming like a breeze after doing it. Right, that's the word.
And it can be therapeutic. Dre, from a man perspective, what's your self-love?
Well,
we know you don't eat.
I don't.
You be hungry.
Those opinions again.
Let me read this question. Do you all believe one needs to deal with past hurt first childhood before they could really focus on loving themselves?
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes that can help you
but guess
love
what?
yourself more once you deal with it.
Can I answer? But guess what? That stuff in your
Can you
subliminal.
fix your hat first?
What?
Like he on camera.
Look, I'm for real though. Sometimes that stuff can be buried so deep inside of you that you can't bring it up. Or you have something blocking, like every time.
And sometimes that can be the reason why you hate other people.
And you have to face it and stop running from it.
Yeah.
Because I run from it from a long time, and I'm like, damn, man. You know, you just got to go ahead and face it.
Yeah.
If you don't deal with it, you're going to hurt everybody that come in your
But
face.
after you face it, you got to deal with it, and you actually got to
Channel
let
saying
it go.
that looks.
But you know, sometimes you'll be forced to deal with it too. Cause like for me, the last 2 weeks, the end of the year, last 2.5 weeks, you know, y'all know I had COVID or whatever, and I felt like that was God forcing me to deal with myself.
Wait a minute. Look, I'm just saying. I don't even believe in that stuff. Go ahead.
So you don't believe it. Okay, that's another subject for another day, Dre. But anyway, I feel like God purposely set me down to deal with myself, and like I was like, I'm alone Christmas. Like everybody was bringing me food and stuff and leaving it on the porch, and I'm in there crying because I'm like, what the hell, God? Like,
What you said?
Christmas, and then apparently,
I'm saying like, did you feel sick?
No, I thought it was just my asthma.
Oh,
Okay. I couldn't breathe. But I actually got my mind in a better space than it had been all year. In 2 weeks, like I got December 27th, I got over a lot of stuff that I have been dealing with for years, and just sitting down in that 2 week period actually made my mind better. But I felt like God had to force me to sit down and deal with it, because sometimes when you overworking and doing this and that, it's a thing that what they call it
exhaustion.
no, over obsessive working and stuff like that, so you don't have to think about that. That's me. Like I'm gonna keep doing this and this, so I don't gotta deal with it, because as long as I'm working, my mind is occupied somewhere else. So it actually, mine wasn't that bad, so I felt like God was forcing me to deal with some stuff. I had to deal with me, and sometimes you have to deal with you in order to fully move on. And that could deal with childhood trauma, past relationships, past friendships, just stuff that you never told nobody that you actually have to deal with and face. So,
I'm trying to think what they call that. What they call that song?
Dre is our new therapist on Coco the Experience. Y'all you wanna come on camera? He's
a doctor. He know a lot.
No, I'm just saying.
So
I just do a lot of self-sabotage.
Oh, what was Chandler's question? Okay, we answered his question.
And what does that look like? What does what look like though?
What does what look like, Chandler?
I told y'all he said that. Y'all ignore me.
Well, she said something.
I know where he
So I want her to
from.
finish.
Oh. Y'all think I ain't paying attention. I'm paying attention.
No.
Chandler, what does what look like?
I'm trying to think what they call that. I'm still on that. They call it, damn. We're gonna come to me in a minute. But anyway, what you were saying was you stay distracted by something. That's how you get your mind from going there. It's called something, damn, it's gonna come to me later. Cause we was talking about that not too long ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's called, damn. Real shit though.
Okay. Meanwhile, so while you think of it, what boundaries do you create for yourself? Nisha, want to start?
Yes. So boundaries I create for myself.
And they can be physical, material, Relationship wise, what else I wrote down?
Two material boundaries I can think of off top. Since I started my physical business, something I don't do. A lot of people always say you should not come to the store without some of your clothing on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is crazy. Y'all can call me cheap. Y'all can call me whatever. I would not put on a piece of clothing that I could make some money off of. Like this shirt that I have on. I had on all black yesterday too, y'all. I just always wear all black. But now the outfit I had on yesterday, it was an outfit from here. But when I do get something, I go ahead and swipe my card for it because I can't go in nobody else's store and pick it up and not swipe a card. So I go ahead and swipe my card for it. But
and that's discipline.
Yeah. I bought this shirt for $5. So this is what I was doing this morning, walking around Walmart in circles. Get something out of the store and make $30, $40 off of it, or just spend $5. So it was like, somebody spend $5. So I tried to set my boundaries when it comes to spending money, and sometimes you have to do something special for yourself. So doing something for the new year was one of my things was, hey, start getting your hair done. I want to weave. They like, no, get your hair done.
Because she got a loud and natural hair.
That's something that I said I wanted to do for myself. But boundaries, wow, it's a lot when it comes to money. But when it comes to boundaries in family, love, wow. That's deep. When family and boundaries is definitely deep.
Because family is sometimes hard to say no to, but it definitely got to be done sometimes.
It definitely has to be done. Like, some people I just cannot tell no. I feel like I can't tell them no. So I said, hey, I have to set these boundaries because if I don't say no, they're going to continue to do it because they know that, oh, hey, all I got to do is get in this trouble and then say, hey, Nisha. You know, so it's like, it's nothing against it, but I had to set a boundary with a person.
You like
So-
Chandler and text his question.
Boundaries, Chandler, boundaries. But yeah, so what's another topic we said in boundaries? Let me get my notes out.
Your emotions, physical, like people in your space.
Okay, emotions. It's boundaries. And I just recently realized that I had to set boundaries with business, friends, family. You have to set boundaries because emotionally, you're not going to do this to me. You're not going to talk to me a certain way. So, and think I'm not going to react. So it's boundaries because me knowing how I would react, I had to stop it there. Do you want the business me? And I always ask everybody that, do you want the business me or do you want the street me? That's just what I always ask because it's a boundary in between them. Like I can act this way or I act that way, but I try to not act on the right side. I try to stay on the left side because that's another. So I set a boundary. Hey, don't react out of anger because that's how I really want to react. Like I had to set a boundary in my life because anybody that I felt like if they say something to me, they had to disappear. I would get on the phone. They had to disappear.
Canada off with the head.
Yeah, so it was crazy. So I had to set a boundary with that. Physically, don't touch me. Get out of my personal space. Like I don't like all of that. Like it's okay. It's okay for me to be around my
It's the
friends.
look on your face for me.
It's okay for me to be around my friends, but if A man walked up to me and said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" I said, "You are too close to me, and it's COVID. Like, I had on my mask in, but get off of me. Like, that's my personal space. I'm touchy-feely, but
With who you need to be.
with who I need to be. Don't overstep your boundaries with me. I don't want to see you naked. I don't want you to see me naked. Like, just don't do it. But it's just certain boundaries. Like, don't come and sit on my bed at my house. You better sit on the couch on the floor right now. But you better sit over there somewhere. But yeah, it's just boundaries. Certain things that you shouldn't allow in your life, period. You should set boundaries to them. Because if you allow the people to overstep the boundaries that you set, they're going to do it and continues to do it. And then you're going to hurt, or you're going to be angry, or you're going to be upset. But you have to enforce. What I'm saying is you have to enforce your boundaries, mate.
Stick to them.
You have to stick to them too.
You got to. Cause
You have to.
you
And like
set
for
boundaries
me-
and then let people break them, and then they'll go back to the same cycle. Then you got to reset that boundary again and break it again.
And then you hurt their feelings, all because of your boundaries.
And see, for me, I
And they
used
take
to
it personal.
They used to say I was the meanest, nicest person ever. So part of me used to be angry, and I used to just say what the hell I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I prayed, like, God, take this anger away from me, and this and that. And then I felt like I got too soft, and then I felt like people started running over me. So I'm now reestablishing boundaries and trying to get back within my own flow of things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot have that same anger or be as mean, but still have your boundaries. I think people telling me I was mean and telling me that I didn't like people and stuff like that kind of made me soft because I prayed about it. But now I'm realizing, like, you can still, have your boundaries, but not be as mean and maybe not as forceful, direct the way I say things.
I know.
So I'm learning that or whatever and recreating my boundaries in a way.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
This too. Okay. You also, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are your own person. Everybody your own person,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So everything you do come from inside of you. You know what I'm saying? You control you, your feelings, your emotions, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, you can't make me mad. Only I can make me mad. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's a boundary that I set with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can snap at me all day and I'm just gonna look at you like, because I'm not gonna let you control my feelings.
God working on me. He worked, baby.
You know how I am, bitch, right? Don't I do that?
Yep. He
So-
working on me.
You don't control me. So I'm saying, I control me. That's the only thing you got control over is yourself. But you can give your control to somebody else if you let them put you there. So I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
they can actually take all hope to your spirit, you know what I'm saying, and make you do something that you wouldn't normally do because you gave them control over you. But as long as you have control over you, because you control your emotions, your feelings, if you're happy or sad, you control that. But you can give that power to somebody else. But ultimately, it comes from inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And it become habit forming. If you used to letting people get you off your square, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna keep happening. So it takes practice. It don't happen overnight now.
It
know what I'm saying?
It doesn't happen overnight.
I ain't saying nobody can get
Like
off
the
my
whole
square.
thing of self-love.
That's not what I'm saying.
Like if you don't have it at all, it's definitely not gonna happen overnight. Because you're gonna feel yourself, you pushing yourself back and having to start over at sometimes.
Even when you holding it in, you gonna feel something back here just, you know what I'm saying? It's thriving like, bitch, say one more time. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But when you learn how to,
I don't even know if somebody talking to me. It'd be like they just be moving me.
I ain't saying talking. I'm saying
No.
that's the pressure building in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she feel you need sugar, baby. I snap back.
Yeah.
And then I do it so nice. At first
Hi,
I just
Uncle
be
Ray.
smiling.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, I done snap. And I be like, God, what just happened to you? That's how bad it be. Like, I be like,
It be
like
building.
a situation happened and Coco witnessed it. And I had to, I said, girl, such and such wasn't even such and such. I had to tell her, like,
That was
damn,
so funny.
I just snapped so quick. Like, I be fucking forgetting how to snap. But it's something I got to work on within myself.
I used to be like, that's why I said I prayed, but then it's like,
Take
I
practice.
was like, that's so soft. Like telling myself, you're so soft now. Like, what's wrong? Like,
No, you know what it is? You're in control. You getting better control.
You think it's control?
What I'm saying is,
I be like, I think I let them play me. Cause the old me
That's how I be.
would have reacted.
yeah, you growing.
I would have
I
reacted.
mean, you grown.
Man, some stuff just recently happened. I would have reacted so differently. But now I just be like,
I guess that's what 30 feel like. Cause I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
growing.
don't like 30 then.
See what the thing is?
Cause then I'ma hold that in me, and it's something I got to work on.
Yeah,
Cause I
at
hold
least-
that
you gotta
anger.
work on for
Anger,
Jesus.
yeah, I got to.
Yeah, at
I
least
really,
that.
cause I be ready to. I don't want to see you. The reason I don't want
You
to
gotta
see you,
release.
cause you gonna take me there.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
no.
release. Nah, you ain't
And
gonna
I'm gonna
have
get
that.
your ass for old and new.
Yeah, let them have that. Cause just like you in a position of power, this your power. So you act,
Yeah, owning a
act out-
business do make you react a little bit different
Yeah.
too.
So you
Yeah.
act too crazy, you gonna lose your position of power.
Mhm.
And a lot of people see that, you know what I'm saying? And they want to bring you back to where you was. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do little stuff like that just to throw you off your square. But you got the power when you can be like, okay, talking about your business. See what I'm saying? You really got the power. Just like you was saying, look, the light skinned chick was doing all this extra stuff, right? I'm just saying.
Trey, we got to put you out.
You had the power, like what you said.
Unlock the door. Ain't the fire truck over there?
I'm just saying,
You wanna call fire.
you had the power.
That call fire.
Hey, Cal.
I'm just saying you had the power. That's just like when somebody come in my shop, like little cat came in my shop, right? He playing his little his little iPhone live.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude snapping on the line, you know what I'm saying? I asked the bro, I said, bro, so you ain't getting tired of that? He was like, what? This my phone, nigga. I said, that's your phone. I was like, I understand that. I was just like, man, you know, I don't want to hear that. You know, because we got a shop full of people, you know what I'm saying?
So you told him that?
Yeah.
You want to hear?
Huh?
You told him y'all didn't want to hear that?
I said, I want to hear it. He ain't the only, no, little rooms
You told the man you didn't want to hear that.
Yeah, because it's just a dude on there snapping and cussing. He's snapping and cussing.
How you
right?
said it, Dre?
I mean, I came off like this. I was like, bro, you ain't getting tired of that? You know, for real though. He was like, what you mean? I was like, bro, everybody don't want to hear that for real. I was like, it would be good if you had earphones or something, but you know, it's other people in this limited, it's a limited area. He was like, then you don't tell me when to do this with my phone and all this. I said, I do when you in my shop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting mad with you. What I'm saying is, if you got to listen to that, whatever you want to listen to that, you got to respect other
So what
people.
you're saying is when you come, like, basically when they within your space, they gotta respect that boundary or respecting your shop.
Yeah, it ain't just me though. It's the
Right.
other customers. It's
And that's
like,
what I'm saying.
it's
So
a
that's
room
why
full
they
of
gotta
people.
respect it.
So I'm saying,
Right.
and it's a TV on and everything, but you got your little chipmunk music so loud we can't even hear the TV.
What chipmunk?
Cause that's what it sounds like coming from your iPhone. It sounds like chipmunk music.
Hold on. What you gotta give an iPhone? Come in here.
I mean, that's what he had. He had an iPhone.
Oh, okay, I thought you just.
So I'm saying,
Sound like he's finished.
for real.
Sound like you was throwing shots.
No, I'm just saying, you know, cause they think the iPhone speak loud. So he think that I hear it the same way he hear it, but I don't. It sound like chipmunks to me.
Mm-hmm.
If you like 5 feet away from me, it just sound like to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I can hear him cuss. But you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to hear that. Just like don't nobody else in the shop. Don't nobody want to hear that but you. So either you can put your earphones on or you can step outside. So I'm saying. And what I'm telling him is you got to respect other people's. And that's my boundary. You're not finna.
And not letting them get away with it. So he won't come back and do the same thing, is what you're saying.
Actually, I lost the customer.
Okay.
Because he went to snapping. So I'm saying, he went to telling me, this ain't your shop and all this here. See, but you're going to respect my boundaries in my shop because I pay rent here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my space regardless of what you trying to prove or say. So I'm saying, I'm not mad at you. I'm not getting mad at you. I'm not going to raise my voice with you. So I'm saying, at the end of the day, you can exit the building. Period. So I'm saying, because you're in my place of establishment. Regardless of how you feel about it, either you can cut your phone off or you can leave. Well, not cut the phone off, just cut that crap off. Or get you some headphones, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying.
That's why I said you let him not get away with it, whether it meant you losing a customer or not, so he won't come back and do the same thing. Because you could have lost more than one customer.
Exactly. I'd rather you lose one than a group.
Right.
So I'm saying.
Right.
And then you're a bad
That's
apple
about
anyway.
respect. He fucking, that was disrespectful for one.
Yeah.
He didn't respect you and nobody else in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we lack now, respect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I felt like you coming to my business and respecting me and my business. That's like somebody coming in your shop and telling you, nigga, you ain't your shop. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
And
can't do that
especially
to
if
me.
You got older clients too.
And it ain't yours either, so goodbye.
Yeah, you can't do that to me.
Yeah.
That's my boundary. Most
Yeah.
niggas be like, all right, cool, man, you giving me your money. No, take your little money and go on. See what I'm saying? You can't, every dollar ain't a good dollar. All money is good money. Sometimes you gotta set that boundary like, okay, this is what it gonna be. If it's not gonna be this, then we gotta depart, period.
Right.
Cause after you do that, if I would let him get away with that, he would come in there with some more stuff, and he would feel like he running the shop. You follow me?
Mhm.
So we gonna stop that at the door.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you do that to me, not in my shop.
And that's what you have to do with employees and.
Yeah, you stop it at the door. Regardless of if you're gonna lose some money or what. I guarantee if you right, he gonna come back 3 times greater. Cause ever since he left, I done got 10 more. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause I ain't cussing at him, I ain't get loud with him. You know what I'm saying? He popped off and all that extra. But bro, at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
you in my establishment.
Huh?
Akila, you are right. That Akila said that's right. You teach people how to treat you, and that is true because once you allow somebody to get away with something for so long, oh, they gone.
They gonna keep trying. They gonna
Yeah,
this time get worse and worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So
Akila, what's some of your I mean, not
Call you
Akila.
back when we finish.
I call your best friend your name. Demetria, what's some of your boundaries?
I can't really tell you, cause me, I just have a don't care attitude towards stuff. So like,
she ain't got no boundaries.
Yes, I think she have boundaries.
Yeah,
mine is just
Others
like,
don't fuck with her type
yeah,
of thing.
exactly. That's pretty much what it is. Like I'm gonna stop you wherever you at. Like,
Yeah.
and once I don't fool with you no more, I don't fool with you no more.
I don't fool with
Everybody
you no
know that
more.
when you,
Yeah.
like literally. Once I don't like you no more, I do not like you anymore.
And
And I can forgive you all day long.
but
But we're not gonna be friends again. I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. Like, let
right
that
here.
be.
You can't put
Like
that up.
that.
That's trash.
That's just me. Yeah. I can be
And
the most
that is
biggest person
just
in the
her,
world.
y'all. That is different.
That's literally my attitude towards stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the
If
best
you know me, you know
attitude
me.
to have. I think it's the best attitude to have. Because that's how I am. When I cut you off, all that friendly, I ain't with
I'm
it.
not
All
with
that, you can't come and ask me for a salt and pepper shaker. Don't ask me for no lemon pepper. None of that. You can't ask me for nothing.
What's up with you and Pepper?
I love it. It go on
She
everything
will.
I eat.
Okra and everything.
Pop
But it was really good on that okra last night. It was.
But yeah, so it's like you cross that line with me.
Everybody needs boundaries. Relationship boundaries, friendship boundaries, family boundaries.
Dre, thank you for your input. Woo! Let's give Dre a hand. Dre is.
You trying to antagonize me?
No, we really enjoyed your
Oh,
input.
okay. I thought you were trying to be intelligent.
I am intelligent.
Okay.
He said he thought you was trying to
You don't know. Okay.
Y'all, Dre is crazy. He didn't threw us off.
He threw us all the way off.
Like, but anyway, he's a nice guy. Okay. Let's see. My last thing is, how do y'all feel about when you take time for yourself, or you start realizing that you do too much for people, and people think you acting funny?
Because that's where you got to stop it in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that y'all said to me, you have to stop that part in the beginning because
Yeah.
I messed up in a recent situation like that. Once I tried to get my shit in order, it was like I was acting different.
Yeah.
So you know,
And it really does. You wasn't. It's just that these should have been the terms and conditions.
and in the beginning,
But I didn't stop it then. So now these are the terms and conditions, and you have to respect this for what it is right now. And that's it. It's simple.
and listen, like even in the business world, like I don't come off to people as like, oh bitch, I'm the boss. I don't rub off on my team like that. Like, oh bitch, I'm the boss. You finna do what the fuck I say. I don't rub off on them like that. But like situations that has happened along the way, I'm learning. And it's like, oh, I see why I gotta put my damn foot down, Hey, look, it's either this way or the highway. And that's just because like I said, everybody was raised different. So in my household, when I was raised, I saw a lot. I saw my stepdad and my mom. A lot of people respect them, and I'm like, okay, I want that same respect when I get older.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a different respect now. People don't respect you. And then they don't want to deal with the consequences when they disrespect you. When you disrespect me.
Do you think is that goes on with the younger generation more so? Because back in the day, the older people did.
The older folks fucked up too.
Okay.
Old and young.
Okay.
Because the old people feel like, oh, you gonna respect me if I don't respect you. And that's where it pissed me off at, because like older women, I was in the mall one day and I had on an outfit and the dress probably wasn't long enough for them. And these two heifers walking on the side of me by 50-something, late 50s, early 60s, just before I know it, I said, you can wear it, you'll be wearing it too. And she looked at me like, what? Yes, bitch. That's what I said. If you can wear it, you'll wear it too.
Back in your day.
Back in your day. So like, that's disrespectful. Now, if I was behind you laughing about something, you would say, oh, these folks ain't raising these kids these days. No, like, you have to give respect to receive it. So they like, oh, that's wrong. Like, a lot of people always say, hey, I whoop grandmammas too, you know, and they like, oh, that's so disrespectful, but why is your grandma disrespecting me? Mm-hmm. So, like, me, I'm the type of person, you and Demetria are sisters. Mm-hmm. Me and you hang together all the time, and I have so much respect for you. When your sister do something, I ain't gonna whoop your sister ass. I'm gonna tell you, hey, I respect you. You need to check your sister. Mm-hmm. You know, but nowadays, I'm like, bitch, I'm finna whoop your sister, then me and you finna hang out. No, that's disrespectful. That shit is disrespectful. So no, but yeah, it's respect now is crazy. They disrespectful. People are disrespectful. People are very disrespectful, and I believe that everyone should demand respect. Get your respect. If they don't respect you, hey,
okay.
They don't respect you.
A slogan that people misuse these days. Okay, is everybody listening?
What is it?
Dre back, y'all.
Hold on, let me say what Akila said about Demetria. She said she don't even be cordial. The girl act like your ass dead and be standing right up. I can see you now.
Look, Arnay and Coco try to teach me how to be cordial, because I'm the type that be like,
that took time. My best friend had to teach me how to be cordial, because honey, I used to be the same way.
What she think is cordial, what I think is cordial, what she think is cordial is not. I speak, but that's it. Why am I about to hold
I wouldn't even speak. So in the past 3 years, I'm just getting to the speaking part, and that's a dry head.
Okay.
Like,
But the quote, listen,
right.
That's part of being cordial too. The quote that people misuse these days, somehow I got flipped in reverse. Respect is given. You hear me? Giving, okay? It ain't earned. Remember that. Because with you speaking to folks, that's respect. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's given. So when you give respect, you get respect. Most people say you earn respect. No, that's some hood shit. You earn respect in the streets when you put your work in. That's some hood shit. But as an adult, as a grown person, you give respect. That's why when you walk into stores and stuff, it's how you doing? Man, I helped you, man. See, they're giving respect because they want respect. They respect you to buy them damn clothes. You follow me? Mm-hmm. And that's how you go about your life. Even though a person may be disrespecting you, still get them respect. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. Respect is given.
You want me to respect somebody that's not, see, God's still working on me. Let me go get a soda pop.
You don't need that now.
I mean, you listen. You don't
need to drink some water.
What I'm saying is, you can be respectful without being mean. See what I'm saying? And without being a fool. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying kiss nobody's butt and that like that. What I'm saying is, let's just say, man, you have a problem, and I see you in the street. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you for real. I'm still gonna be like, hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no.
Saying that. No, I'm saying if we in the same room and I walk in the room and you're there,
and I speak
like,
to everybody,
cool. Yeah, like that. But if I see you like at the store, I'm not about to speak to you.
I mean, depends on how bad the falling out was. If we on beef terms, nah. You know what I'm saying? But if it was just a disagreement.
You don't supposed to be beefing with nobody. Never mind.
I'm just saying, if it was just a disagreement, we just had a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? When I see you again, I'm like, how you doing? So I'm saying, I'm just gonna give you respect, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to do the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how life's supposed to go.
Don't look at me. Don't come smiling in my face, because you know what the fuck you did.
Look.
Because now I'm ready to all my anger that you ever did is coming up out of me.
So you can't do that. You can't hold anger. You know what I'm saying? You gotta release the anger.
Oh,
You gotta find-
You don't want me to release it?
I'm saying you gotta find. No, I'm saying you gotta find a way to release your anger with yourself, not on to the other person. So you let them control you.
Have to find an outlet.
An outlet, exactly. You gotta find your outlet to release that anger, not upon the person that's making you
Because
angry.
you don't have to be angry at the person when you see them. You just not.
Yeah, you just not acknowledge them, or you know.
Well, just say, how about this? Say when it's fresh, I'd rather for you to stay away from me.
Yeah, but everybody ain't gonna stay away from you.
Until I like.
Just like she said, you might just end up in the same. Let's just say you mad at this person. I end up in the same department store, just out the blue. What you gonna do? Swing on them?
What I'm gonna swing on them for? I'm talking like they coming in my face. Like you, if we got a mutual friend or something, and then I'm be mad.
Like we not about to be friendly.
I'm not gonna be friendly, and let me tell you, that's something I have to work on.
I mean, I've been around a lot of people what I done fell out with. You know what I'm saying? And having to have a mutual friend. I'm serious now. Like I'm talking about.
I mean, that's gonna happen,
Then it
but
came
it
to
don't
some-
mean that I got the
to some almost shooting
what's
shit.
up, bro? No, you not my bro no more.
Hold on. I get deeper though. I had a nigga the same thing, and then he come up to me like that. See what I'm saying?
So what you do in that situation?
I just kept it cool. See what I'm saying?
Oh, it'd be all over my face, girl. Get on
Oh
my face.
yeah, I be like,
No,
don't let
I'm
me
gonna
done had a
do.
couple drinks. It's really gonna be on my face. Like
No,
it's already gonna be on my face.
Cause I'm not gonna let that person control me.
I'm
You're
letting
not
you control
You're
me
not
either,
control.
but
I'm
you're
not
gonna
letting
talk to
you
me.
control me, but
You can't stop a person from talking.
You right.
Just
But
not
I can say,
talking
girl,
to
you know I don't fuck
I
with
can
you.
stop myself. from
listen. If the police gonna ask you, did you verbally tell them to stop texting you? Did you verbally tell them not to talk to you?
Oh,
Hell
that's,
yeah, I did.
that's different though.
They still talking to them out there. Instead of told them don't talk to me.
That's different though.
So, I'm just saying. So, but it's quite like I haven't been angry to the point where I've had to fight lately because I used to wake up a year straight every morning and drive 20 minutes to anger management counseling. And I had to do it.
And Bob was telling you the same thing, wasn't he? Just think about anger management class. Look, I mean, cause you gotta
They
find
told
out.
me to count.
Yeah, you gotta find out how to release that anger. You know what
But
I'm
the
saying?
only thing that scared me straight, I ain't gonna lie, that judge said, if I see you again, you getting 120 days off time.
Ooh, ooh.
And then I'm gonna give you whatever. I'm like,
She in the court like, she in the courtroom like, my dear, ain't it?
That lady said, I'm giving you, and she was serious. She looked at me, I'm giving you. And then I had stopped going to class. Because before I went to anger management counseling, I was going to class with everybody else. It got so deep, she had to send me off by myself. So I had to stop. So I stopped going to class. So she said, go sit on the wall because you're going to jail today. She said, so you better call whoever on that phone you got. So I'm like, dang, my phone dead. I can't even call nobody, tell them I'm finna go to jail. So I'm like, my money in my pocket. All I got to do is get
So
the,
you was getting mad with the people in the class?
who I was getting mad with.
Yeah.
Anybody that did something to me on the streets, from if it was my son,
So
dad,
what made
if it
her
was,
pull you out of class like that?
what? No, I stopped going to that class, but I had got into some more trouble in between time,
Oh.
and so she was just like, you know what, this is good for you, and I had to pay that lady $250 every 2 classes.
Hmm.
Yeah, $250.
Now, is that
it's
anger-
like-
$250.
Listen,
$40.
listen though, was that anger worth that?
Oh hell yeah! I'd be behind somebody's bars right now. I told you you had to disappear.
No, I'm saying.
If you made me mad,
I'm saying, I'm saying, was the anger worth the money? That's what I'm asking.
I went and stunned that shit. I didn't care about that. I was grinding all night making the money to go and pay the class. I was up in the club working. And I would leave there and go to class. Shit. But see, now that's stupid to me. Back then it was like,
And
you
it's
know,
on
now
that
that's
where you gotta
stupid
grow.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm like,
Like, damn, I could do something else.
I could do something else.
Huh?
no, good was more than $500.
Girl, she
I
said
took
250
so
every
many.
class.
Yes.
And she had more
you
than
gotta
one
think about it, I
class.
stopped. Now
Oh.
when I was going to class with everybody else, it was like $40 or something.
Yeah.
It was cheap as hell. But yeah, so it's like, now I look at that shit like, you was stupid as fuck. And so now I have to keep its boundaries. I have to keep people away from me that take me
That's gonna
back
make
to
you
that
act like
level.
that.
Yeah, that make me act like that. Cause it's a couple of people lately that make me want to act like that.
You might have seen
Stop! You been talking too much.
Hi, y'all. Next week, we're talking about mental health because there's a lot of people dealing with mental health. Some that may and may not know. So next week we're gonna touch on mental health, and especially in the Black community, diagnosed and undiagnosed.
You messed up.
Yeah, we are.
We messed up, and
We
then
are.
we don't want no help.
Yeah,
Shit,
we want the check, but no help.
no help. I don't even want the check. Just give me my medicine.
But the reality is, some of us are really messed up, and we want the check, but we really don't want help. Because we don't want to be cured because we're scared that they're gonna take the check. But if you crazy, they probably gonna let you keep the check and give you meds.
a lot of people scared to know that they crazy. You know that?
And
Like-
it's hereditary in a lot of families.
Yeah, that like instead of going to class or going to see the psychiatrist, they already sit at home and tell themselves, I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I'm for real though.
You crazy.
You know you crazy.
Tell yourself that shit.
You crazy as hell. And that's what it is. So,
But I think that's something important that we got to talk about mental health because that
Yeah.
medicine be too strong too.
Yeah, that medicine too much.
That's medicine took me about it.
And you know what? You know, I'm gonna go back to the
and that's the reason why some people
I used to
self-medicate.
have real
But
bad anxiety attacks, and the
but you know
medicine
what?
they gave me for it, girl, I was
It
seeing
ain't-
folks.
Check this out. Yeah, it make you hallucinate.
Yeah.
But check this out. You know what the cure for mental health is? It's a balance.
It's definitely a balance.
But you know,
you are
when
imbalanced.
you really study it, some of the food that we eat and stuff
Yep.
like that relates all back to it.
Yep.
Because it throws off different things in our body
Yep.
or whatever that affects our brain.
Mhm.
So that's why, like, you really have to, like, a lot of people say that, you know, people just saying they vegan or saying they plant-based and all of that, but actually plant-based foods can actually help, you know,
Mental health.
cure a lot of hormones and stuff in your body
Mhm.
and actually make them, all this meat that's injected with steroids and stuff, like a lot of that is really what's throwing our brains off and other stuff in our body and why we have so many health issues,
Yep.
especially as Black people.
Yeah, 'cause you,
So
first
it's
of all,
deeper than what, you know, you just see on the outside of just somebody just being, you know, crazy or whatever. It's other stuff to it. And then some of it is hereditary that has been in their family for years or whatever.
I've been eating the same way for years too. See, because the thing is,
And that's what I'm about to get into too. Like, I feel like this. Some people eat a certain way just because they feel like it's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just what you eat. I mean, come on now, face to face, we all gonna die with some shit.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So, I mean, I believe in, like, you should exercise. You should eat healthy. But at the same time, I sit here and witness people doing all of that shit and they still sick.
you know, but check it out.
And
Yeah,
just because you
it's-
said, I see a lot of smaller people with worse health problems than
You
me.
gotta know.
Exactly.
You gotta know what to eat.
I got a friend that's like 150 pounds that got diabetes, and she's always been that size.
Yeah, you gotta know what to eat though. You gotta know what controls oxygen in your body, what controls your blood flow. You know what I'm saying? What makes your cholesterol goes up, what makes it goes down. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different types of herbs and everything that can help you with all that. But the first thing you gotta do is study up on it so you'll know. And you gotta know
have to
your
be
own
mentally
body too.
prepared.
Huh?
Yeah.
You gotta know your
be
body.
mentally prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It gonna help you mentally. Like a lot of times people don't know, but
Because I was reading something and it was talking about weight loss, and it was like, it's not really what you eat, it's a mindset. You gotta change your mind first. And then once you change your mind, all you really gotta do is believe, which a lot of stuff is. It's mental. It starts in your mental, in your brain. And then you can progress. Because if you don't accept it, then you eat right. You can
Yeah.
still overeat the healthy stuff.
You can overeat healthy stuff.
yeah.
Somebody
So-
said y'all can't be touching on next week topics now, and they want me to tell y'all to hush and save it for next week.
Okay, Akila, are you gonna be here next week?
I might not even be here.
Okay, so next week we're gonna save the rest of our talk about mental health for next week. But it's definitely something we need to talk about. Black people, it's okay to go to therapy. It's okay to see about yourself. It's okay to not care what others think.
It's okay to cry.
And it's okay to cry.
Because we think that we're supposed to cry. Shoot, if I got to cry, I'm going to cry.
Cry and go to therapy.
I'm not gonna
It's
cry.
okay.
I'm going to sit up there and cry.
And when you go to
And then I'm going to
therapy,
laugh like, what
when you go to therapy, don't
That's
have a
great.
poker face with the therapist.
That's crazy. You heard me
And my
say
therapist told me, she said, why you got this
you
poker
can't
face?"
cry and laugh at the same time. That's not healthy.
I can.
I can't
That's
do it.
crazy.
I be sitting up
That's
look,
not crazy.
I be sitting up
I
there.
laugh in the place of crying because I don't like to cry.
That's psycho.
I'm literally
That's a
gonna
little
find. I
psycho
want to
thing. But
find
sometimes
something.
That's your alternative.
That's a mixed emotion.
And that's how you keep going, right?
Yes, I do not like being sad. I do
You
not
don't
like
think-
crying. So I'm going to find something. I'm
And
gonna make a joke
especially
out of
like
it.
coming off the holidays, some people have seasonal mental health. Like it affects them at a certain period of time. So you have to think about things like that too.
But laughing and crying at the same time is a sign of psycho.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You crazy.
That's part
If
of
you-
mental health. Black people think stuff crazy when it ain't crazy. Y'all gotta cry. I would not
I ain't
tell
said
them-
don't cry. That ain't what I
I be
said.
telling my baby, cry if you got to, baby.
You cry too much.
Especially
Let them cry too
you
much.
have to let men feel their emotions
Mhm.
because they've been taught all their lives, most grown men, not to cry,
We don't
not
supposed
to
to cry.
express yourself.
That's
not
only
to
apply to
show
y'all.
your
Look,
emotions.
listen. If you ain't bleeding your leg, something ain't broke as a man, don't be out here crying.
What's wrong? Okay, so
You can't even cry. How you gonna tell a man to cry?
I can cry.
I'm just saying. Most women out here.
Listen, let me tell you what made me cry.
What?
Put on some of that 98.7. That's depressing music. Put on a movie and they crying and I'm up there crying with them. And when they done crying, I'm done crying. It's crazy. If I'm watching a movie and they crying, I'm crying.
I'm just saying, most women these days that I done dealt with, they try to play
Tequila
hard.
said we've been
Like
on
they-
next week's topic for
Listen,
5 minutes now.
listen, well, no, wait a minute. I don't know who is that.
Okay, y'all. We gonna go. Y'all have a good night. We're gonna talk about mental health next week. Don't forget to like and review Couple the Experience. Remember, you can also listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Just type in Couple the Experience. Okay. We'll talk to you next week on mental health. Have a good night.